We're back with the series that breaks down storylines featured in Smackdown Shut Your Mouth season mode. For each storyline covered, I document everything that happens, all the choices the player can make, and what the ramifications for those choices are. So today's storyline will occur provided your character has won the #1 contender tournament at Backlash in the first year of season mode. The undisputed champion will say that there's going to be a stipulation to the upcoming title match at the next pay-per-view, which is Judgment Day. And the stipulation is about to be revealed, but then Taker just says he'll tell us about it next week instead. What a heel. So the next week, our character, Stone Cold, is back in the ring, but the undisputed champion, The Undertaker, is not here tonight. He's actually at the World, because even the champ needs a break sometimes. So Taker is now going to tell us the stipulation for our match at the pay-per-view, right? Actually no, he's going to delay the reveal for another week. I'm not sure if this is more like waiting for Brodus Clay or Emelina to debut. But wait, Taker says he may be able to tell us now after all. But we have to make the choice of either meeting him face to face or not trusting him as far as we can throw him, which given Taker's size probably isn't that far. But if we do meet him there and then, we might find out the stipulation. So, should we agree to go to the World, Taker will attack and not even announce the match type for the pay-per-view, leaving Austin quite punked out. If you choose to stay, then Stone Cold will just stay in the ring staring on. Not as eventful a choice, but definitely the wiser decision if you don't want to get beat up. So Taker's now finally here to reveal the stipulation for Judgment Day. He says that whomever loses the match should leave the WWE on suspension, but we can decide whether to agree with that stipulation or not. If we do, then the match is set. Winner's champion, loser leaves town. If we choose the stare down option, well then it won't be a suspension match. But what match will it be? Well, I'm afraid Taker's got some bad news. The dead man is not going to defend his title at the pay-per-view because no suspension match, no party, and it wasn't Taker's fault. So yes, you should definitely agree to have the suspension match because otherwise you won't be booked at Judgment Day at all. Taker will still wrestle though, and he even defends his title against Jericho. What a liar. Speaking of Y2J, however, should we accept the suspension match challenge, then Jericho is going to show up the next week saying how even though he lost the #1 contender match to our character Austin at Backlash, Jericho is still the #2 contender. You gotta be kidding me. And this means he should still get a title shot. Well, we get to decide that. Should we agree, then Chris is added to the match. Does this mean the two losers of the triple threat will both be suspended? More on that later. If we do not agree to Jericho being in the match, then Y2J proposes that we have a singles match tonight instead, where if Chris loses, he won't enter the match, but should he win, then it will be a three-way at Judgment Day between Jericho, Austin, and the champion, Taker, with the title on the line. Speaking of Taker though, I think he deserves a say here too, right? Well, no matter how the dead man feels, Stone Cold will take on Chris Jericho to decide if Y2J enters the title match at the pay-per-view or not. And should we defeat him, then it's a straight-up singles match at Judgment Day, where the loser gets suspended, remember? Kind of. If we win the match, then we just win the title. That's it. Nothing else special happens. Taker nor Jericho, if he's in the match, will get suspended. But if we, Stone Cold Steve Austin, lose, well then you know what that means.
Now suspended from the WWE. Bad luck for him.